question along the lines, and I might do this quite a little bit this morning. What, with this work, do you think might be the critical and historical issues at stake? What kind of things in relation to what you have studied on the module so far might be relevant? Any thoughts?
The way it's all wrapped up is similar to what the chapter I just read about homosexuals and being covered.
Okay.
That's the impression, our first impression I got was it's all covered up.
Next thought. What do you think it might be about? Or is that a valid question to ask? I think it's, I don't know the weave of textile language. I know what you mean, the sort of the shape of the things. Yeah.
It's very redolent of an aircraft wing that would have been fabric covered. The ribs and spars.
Yeah.
It's covered with cloth, isn't it? So it is, it's using that material as to colour the piece.
Yeah.
So it's not painted, it's coloured with cloth.
A bit like a floor, isn't it, with things draped over it, but upside down.
Yes.
Earthy kind of, it's got deserty colours as well.
Very, very strong colours.
Yeah. And it's on ply or something, so is it some kind of wood underneath?
Yep.
Yes.
Into
Was it Mondrian who wrapped buildings and trees and things up in a similar way?
Was it who?
Was it Mondrian?
I don't think it was Mondrian, but I
It
can't
began
remember the
with
artist
them,
who it
didn't
was.
it?
Yeah.
And they wrapped
Christian,
palace
yeah.
and they
Was it
wrapped
Christian?
trees and...
the
one who did the right stuff.
things. Yeah, who is that?
I
I can't remember his name. That's what it reminded me of straight away. I've just said to yourself, it looks like a Chinese dragon more than an airplane to me. Kind of snaking along.
Relevant
It's a
about
spine
space
sort of
it's
thing.
using, but
It's
I
damn
don't know
big,
what
isn't it?
that is.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely
It's
huge.
enormous.
And this work was commissioned for this particular place. Yeah. As you're perhaps aware, this part of the turbine hall, almost since the place opened, has had a succession of major works by major artists, including Anish Kapoor, Ai Weiwei with the sunflower seeds, the little ceramic sunflower seeds that are everywhere, all commissioned specifically for this space. In one way or another, they've made use of the space. It's not really discrete, is it? You can't, and by that I mean, it's not really a single thing. It just sort of absorbs all of the space around it one way or another. But you can almost suggest actually that half the time with the works that they've commissioned for this space, it's almost self-advertising for the Tate, isn't it? We've got this work in, and they frequently have the name on the outside, as they did with Ai Weiwei. And obviously there had Anish Kapoor's name up there as well, and Tuttle's is up there at the moment. So it's all that sort of whole idea almost of promoting the institution as much as anything else. The thing, of course, is it's an installation, not a painting. It's not a discrete kind of object. So it does sort of involve rather more of the space around it. It's not just something discrete in a nice little frame. And I think, for me, this is very firmly about the textiles, it's about the materials themselves, and particularly the way some of them are moving a little bit in the breeze, or they were when I came in the other day, so they move around, all the way that thing is sort of being covered. It's really quite tactile, isn't it? It's not just about looking at it, you almost sort of think you do want to feel it in some way. And just a couple of the reviews of this artist's work, not just this one, but others of his work. One reviewer from The Observer said, Tuttle uses textiles to open our eyes and our senses. So it is almost as though it goes beyond mere looking. It is almost encouraging you to think about touching it. It is about surface, it is about texture. Another one, and I think this was from the New York Times, Tuttle immerses his audience in mountains of fabrics and waves of saturated colour. And I think that idea of immerse is
it the
another one
kind
as
of
well.
thing
It's
that
sort of,
you're
it's
supposed
all
to-
embracing. It's not.
Is Is it the kind of thing, like I said about the performance art, it's like something you experience rather than just
I think
look
there's a
at?
big dash of that, yeah.
Because it's not 100%. It's not just about the way it looks. So you have to get under it and not above it,
Absolutely.
and you experience it.
Yeah, you
rather
experience it, and I mean, at the moment we're standing still, but I mean, obviously you can walk in and view it from different
Or dance around it, is that it?
dance underneath.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that, and they do this quite a lot.